The UK Home Office has issued a strong warning to international students in the UK who have overstayed their visa or planning to overstay their visa. Now, you know that when you come into the UK after your studies, it is required of you to go home. But some people choose to, continuously stay in the UK, live their life. If you want to live in the UK after your studies, there are two things you would have to do. Either to apply for a post-study work visa, which gives you the opportunity to, stay in the UK, work whilst you are looking for a skilled worker job. Otherwise, you would need to straight away look for a skilled worker job. For the post-study work visa, it costs about £2,800 to apply for that. Roughly, I think between £2,800 to £3,000. So while you're on the post-study work visa, you can be looking for a skilled worker visa. Now, the UK Home Office has realized that a lot of people have, come to study, and some claimed asylum in the past based on their statistics. So this year, what they are saying is that they've already issued a warning ahead of time to people who are going to be graduating, telling them that, listen, if you graduate, do not overstay your visa, go. Otherwise, we'll be conducting our searches. We don't know how they're going to be doing that, but they've said they're going to be conducting their searches and they're going to be taking actions appropriately. So this is the sign for you to start, if you've sorted a skilled worker visa, you're not finding, probably jump on the post-study work visa whilst you are actively looking for a skilled worker visa, because that gives you, the grace not to overstay your visa. Because in my next video, I'm going to be talking about overstaying your visa, because this post-study work visa gives you the grace not to overstay your visa. Also, according to the immigration white paper, they were going to be toughening the student route. So if you're a student looking to come and study in the UK, this is for you. What they're planning to do is to introduce something called a traffic light system for the universities. So they're going to be charging the universities to make sure that students meet an expectation before they graduate. So if you're coming to the UK to study, make sure that your studies is your priority. Do not work more than 20 hours while school is in session, because they're going to be checking. Recently, a guy was, deported because of that, because he overworked his student hours. Now they're going to be checking. Any regulator that employs a student who offer them more than 20 hours of work is also going to be prosecuted and charged. And so if you know that you're going to be coming to the UK to study, put in appropriate measures to sort out your tuition fee and to stay or stick to your 20 hours of employment whilst you are studying, and be committed to your studies. Make sure you meet your academic deadlines. Make sure that you are thriving in your academics, because if not, they are going to be putting the traffic light system. Means basically that if a school is struggling to meet a certain standard, they are going to be introducing them to strategies to improve. If they do not improve, they are going to be withdrawing their CAS, which means that every student that they have given sponsorship will no longer be able to study in that university. Because of this, the universities are also very woke, and they are putting in measures to make sure that they keep their schools running. And so it's kind of like a cascading effect, because the Home Office is charging employers, is charging the schools to do the needful, and so they are all working hand in hand. And so if you're a student coming to the UK, put in appropriate measures to come and study, hard diligently, meet your deadlines, meet your assignments and your tasks, so that you are able to stay on top of your game, to avoid any stories that will touch your heart. Because as I said, the traffic light system is to regulate, to make sure that the schools are compliant with the academics. How many students are attending their lectures, at this percentage. So let's say, for example, if the percentage is 80%, they want to make sure that per semester, per course, 80% of the students are attending their education. They also want to make sure that how many students are writing their exams and actually passing. So all of this is stated in the immigration white paper, and they are going to be implemented. And so if you're coming to the UK to study as a student, do make sure that you have met your academic requirement. Or if you're looking to apply, make sure that your documentation and your paperwork that you're using to apply for the uni is actually top notch, because we've seen in past times where people have been returned at the border control because the documents they've probably used to apply for the schools and the qualification did not meet the standard. So do well to put all your paperwork in place, and when you come in, be diligent to study, focus on your studies, graduate and follow the due process so that you can be happy in the UK.